Hello, fans of the Lager Logs, and no other people. There are no other groups. That is the only group that exists is fans of the Lager Logs. Welcome to another beer review with me and Stu over there. This guy
Good
sitting
evening.
next to me, virtually. How are you, Stu?
I'm good. It's been a long time coming. We've been planning this beer review all goddamn week.
We have.
And now's the time.
Now is the time. Those are the times that weren't right. Now is the right moment. I can feel it. And we're going to be in for a cracker, I think, to be honest. Because I've had a quick look at this beer earlier. I can't read, but the pictures look great. And they're enticing on this label. Would you like to tell little people, tell the little people, tell the big people too,
Everyone.
about this beer?
All inclusive at
I
the
think it'd be
Lager
quite
Logs.
interesting.
It is Abernyte Brewery, the Haar, a New England Pale.
That's it. That's the one. That is the one. Where did you acquire these from, Stuart?
I grabbed this amongst several other beers at a farmer's market. A local one that always kind of has like a rotational of new local breweries that normally I've never heard of. So I'm always usually excited to go along and see them. This was at the Bow House. If you've watched stuff on our channel, they are also the facility that houses Futtle Brewery. So I mentioned their monthly markets in that video. So yes, it's Abernyte, and that is a place I think between Dundee and Perth, I was told.
Okay.
So we got to try a sample of their beers, and like they were delicious. Like I was driving, so I just had to watch my wife drink beer.
Tough break, kid.
So, and by the end of it, I bought. It was like I'll take a box of 6. It was like, oh, I'll pick up 1 or 2 beers, and goddamn, it was like
thirsty.
It was like, I'll try the lot, but it's like, give me 2 of these though. I need 1 for my boy.
Hook me up. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, so now's the time that we get to crack open this New England Pale Ale.
Yes.
See what we think.
Let's do it, man.
Oh, it's smoky.
Smells fruity.
Yes, there is a slight smell, isn't there?
Yeah, kind of jammy, tropical vibes for sure.
I've got the tropical vibes. Let's pour it. Oh, going for the dimpled glass tonight, are we?
Definitely, buddy. I'm a traditionalist at heart. Normally, I drink out of a paper cup or maybe a bottle in a brown bag, but today,
yeah,
I thought I'd do something a bit different.
Yours is quite lively too. I was going to say, I've buggered the head on this.
But... yeah, I was going to say that's not one of my best pours, but it's not bad at all.
You can tell it's either the difference of our setup. It looks like we're drinking 2 completely different beers.
Mine's better quality than yours. You need to upgrade. That's what I'm getting from this picture. I think you need to get your finger out and get some Wi-Fi. That would probably help.
Yours looks a little bit more diluted than mine. I'm more excited to drink my beer than I am yours.
What? The picture or the beer?
The beer in the picture. Mine's looks healthier.
I put this in the vivid setting earlier. It should look pretty good.
But it looks nice, lively. Try not to over pour it. Nice. But yeah, I mean, it's looking. Don't focus on my bald head.
Trying to block it out.
So, but yeah, Right. This is how it looks. Nice. Cloudy. You cannot see through that.
No, it's got a real nice, cloudiness to it.
Yeah.
Bit of sediment knocking about the bottom, I think.
Have I? Well, I've not poured the full thing yet, but
I mean, looks a bit like Alka-Seltzer. Hopefully, it doesn't taste like Alka-Seltzer.
I just think of one step ahead.
Nice.
Neither of us got that, but
I still don't get it. What did you mean? Cheers, buddy. Went down the wrong chute then. That's interesting. It's not as flavoursome as I was predicting.
Yeah, it's definitely light.
A bit more subtle than I was expecting, I think.
The tropical fruit taste is subtle. I mean, actually, okay, there's maybe a clue there. It is 4.6% in volume. So I feel like we've said that a lot, but whenever you drink like a New England style beer, it always seems to be a higher ABV.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate. I think that's probably what we're used to at this point. With this being a bit lower, it's got that lighter taste to it, which is nice. It's got that kind of summery, bevy vibe to it, which is not a bad thing. I think it's the perfect time of year for sipping on something like this.
And that's it. It's definitely, and saying it, I'm not sure how long you've had yours out of the fridge for, but maybe as it warms up, it might kind of release more flavors.
Reveal its flavors a little bit more. Yeah, I think you might be right, mate. Yeah, citrus peel, tropical fruit aromas. Definitely there. But yeah, a bit more kind of in the background a little bit. I think that kind of I don't know, hoppy taste, that bitter taste is more prominent with those fruit flavors, kind of. Yeah,
it's maybe
not, a little bit,
not as hoppy as we were expecting, but I wonder if this is why it's kind of class as a New England pale, whereas like the popular style is a New England IPA, or the term NEPA.
Yes, yeah, I think it might be. So you're saying it's kind of a bit like a diet NEPA.
Yeah, maybe it's
NEPA Max.
It's not going to be
zero.
NEPA Max Cherry. No one wants that.
That sounds good to me.
But no, I was impressed with the guys because they had a good, like, it's just even though it's like a 500ml bottle, it's just like not your standard sort of beer bottle. It was quite nice. I like these sort of watercolor beer labels.
It is really cool.
Something a little different, and I thought, yeah, I think I will spend 20 quid on your like core beer range. Let's just find out. And done like a black IPA, which was amazing. I've been looking at their website, and it talks quite a lot about step mashed.
I was reading that earlier. It says on the bottle. It's not something that I'm not familiar with. It's not something I've heard of before. The mash temperature is raised through a series of rests, which allows us to modify the way the finished beer feels on the palate. Does it feel a bit different to normal beers to you?
No, it definitely feels like a nice craft beer. I feel it's definitely above like the levels of like a homebrew. But I feel like the way they're making beer, like keep it up. It's definitely it works. Like the beers they've made, like from the 6 beers I've tried, there's not really been any of them that's disappointed me.
What else have you had? What did you have in that box that you bought?
It was, let's see, Full Bore, which is their IPA, their Feast Beer, which was like their Oktoberfest style.
Feast or Fist?
Fest Beer.
Fest beer.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fist or Feast would probably be a better title, to be honest. Maybe I'll release that instead.
But no, I've had like their Pilsner, their Golden Ale,
and
a couple. It looks like that is on their website, but it was definitely something that, like, when Margaret tried them, she was really impressed. And that's it. You're kind of getting like room temperature beer in like a little shot glass, and a wee sip. It's like, Christ, that you could actually get a lot from like this little measure of like a golden ale at room temperature, and go, like, actually that is special. Yeah. Let me try one of those. And the whole reason I ended up with 6 was like Margaret agreed to every a sample of each bottle. I was like, do you want to try this? I was like, yeah, why not? Give me another.
It's awesome that flavour shone through, despite the presentation, not the kind of optimal presentation for brews, but it's awesome that you can still taste the quality.
And I remember like Stewart with an awkward human interaction. Yes,
was there another guy there?
Like, me, like nothing straightforward. So I was looking at their, like, the little chalkboard of what they're selling the beers for, and it was like a box of 6 for I think £21. And I thought, that's fair to me. These guys have been nice enough to kind of listen to us, sit and blether to them, mention like the podcast.
You should be paying them.
The Instagram.
That's what you thought.
I thought, you know what? You've let us try the beers. I'll buy that. So rummaged through my pockets, had £21 on me, and handed him £21. And the guy was like, "No, it's fine," and handed me like the pound back, like as if I'd given him too much money.
So you tipped him?
Well,
that's not 10%.
It seemed like that because they were taking £21, so I handed them £21. He tried to return a single pound to me, and it's like, "No, you keep it." And I thought, you made that awkward. You made that awkward,
was
Stewart.
His way.
Like, I made it. It sounded like I was tipping him by the end of it.
That was his way of rewarding you for having to drink lukewarm beer. That's what it was. It was like, I'm really sorry. Do you know what I mean? I should have brought a couple of ice cubes. This is your payment for that. That's what I knew. I can just tell from the story. That's what he meant, and that was really, really nice of him.
Have another sip of this beer. Tell me what you think.
Okay, we'll do.
Excellent.
Oh shit! What the? I always do that. I need to stop leaving it so close to where I'm drinking. Is that the missus or one of your lads taking a slash? Because that was quite heavy. It sounded like a thick slash.
That's
what they've been drinking.
Like somebody's going full bore with those taps upstairs.
This is a good beer. I'm really enjoying it. As I say, not massively flavoursome, quite a subtle taste to it, but I kind of like that, to be honest. I'm not really I'm not a massive fan of fruity beers. I have one every now and again. I do like a quality nipper. It's got to be a good one if I'm going to drink it, because it's not something I drink often. But I kind of like this, the more subtle flavour of it. It's going down quite well.
It's almost like, dare I say, it's sort of like sessionable.
Definitely, bro.
Like if you normally you can't really session New England style beers, but with this one being under 5%, it's sort of like a good deal breaker. You could have maybe a couple of these and still kind of enjoy yourself, and without kind of getting carried away with like Northern Monks, like their styles of like New England IPAs, and it's always probably like 7.5 and above.
I think that is that one we did with Crummy is still the best IPA I think I've ever had, but I do know what you're saying. It's a different
You
beast,
cannot,
really.
you cannot
You
take away.
can't.
Well, okay, it is physically possible to have a 4-pack and drink them, but you will not be the same person by the
No.
time you finish that fourth tin.
There's a reason they don't. There's a reason they don't sell them in a 4-pack, for sure. But they do sell special brew in a 4-pack, so it doesn't really make sense, to be honest. I'm gonna have a long, hard think about this and why life is the way it is, and I'll get back to you on that. Once I've come to some realizations and some finalizations.
Answers on the back of a postcard and send it to the Lagerlogs P.O. Box.
If you could start with why do we exist and why are we here and work your way down, I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
So, overall, I think that was nice.
Always with the smooth.
Always be closing.
Just like fuck this shit. We gotta go.
Actually, looking on the website, it said it right there in front of us the whole time. A New England session pale, choke full of citrus peel flavors, wonderfully full-bodied, and infinitely quaffable.
Well, they should put it on the bottle then, shouldn't they? I had no idea it was a session beer. I would have drank it differently. There's different methods.
I'm not sure if session's a dirty word. Like, I'll tell you what a concession.
No, I think it's nice, clean fun. A session is. So I wouldn't worry about that, buddy.
Am I good? Could I?
Is that?
I was for a second.
What is
I
that,
was
dude?
expecting. No, that was the last beer had SATs in it. I was expecting the squeaky voice there, but I'm good.
Hello, it's Stu. We're signing off. We're signing off. Thank you for tuning in.
The second half of that paragraph reads: the cloudiness reflects the short boil time and the late hop additions, important in ensuring that as many of the tropical flavors and aromas make it into the final beer.
I like it, dude. I like it. So it's kind of a different method, but it seems to be paying off for the Abernyte Brewery boys. Awesome.
Yeah, and that's it. Even if we want to have a look at some history to the guys, I was just off of the front page of the website. It mentions Donnie and Ian started the Abernyte Brewery back in 2016 when hobby brewing got slightly out of hand.
As it does.
But from the beers that they do and the style, they're saying they're strongly influenced by the Bavarian brewery style and standards.
Okay. So I like it, man. I like it. They're going for something a bit different.
Yeah, that and like their mention of the stepped mash brews really kind of makes it stand out from the other like micro breweries. Definitely step mash brews there. That's interesting. I've eaten a potato in a lift before. Is that like a similar thing, or is that the complete opposite? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. What's the rest? Share, subscribe, unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe, definitely.
Wake up the next day.
I'd probably block you. I'd go that far.
Change your mind and do it all over again.
That's what happens when you're on the sesh. Drunk.
Yeah. I've been Stewart. Joining me across the internet is Tom. Lagerlogs, signing off.
Thanks, guys, for joining us.